I welcome you into a 30-minute musing. It's a Sunday, the Sunday after Black Friday. I forgot to look at the date, even though I have to use my phone to start this damn recording. 7:12 in the morning. I'm heading into work a little early. It's just, I don't know, I woke up, felt pretty good. Had my food cooked up already from last night. Had to prep up, you know. Plus I was hungry. I didn't have anything at the time, so I figured, fuck it, let me cook a little bit. I'm like, alright, I got plenty of chicken. I'm not going to eat all this shit today. So I got plenty for tomorrow when I go to work. And here I am, on my way to work. Oh boy. Felt like I had a really bad headache coming on. And it's still with me. Last night, just, I don't know, whenever sundown is, let's call it 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Well, when it's dark out, excuse me. Sundown is like officially like 5:37 p.m., whatever. And just a headache at the temples, both sides. Right at the temples, just got a headache going on. Still feeling it. So that's about 12 hours already. Not digging that. Gotta blame it on the weather. Just, it feels cooler than what it's been. I can't say cooler than usual, because it should be about this temperature this time of year. Christ's sakes, it's almost December, and I don't really think we've seen what you would consider cold weather, except for what? Not even cold, just what it should be this time of year. We've only had like 3-4 days of where it should be. It's been warm otherwise. But it's cool and humid. That's one thing. I had allergies, you know, living in Wisconsin. But now down here, Florida, I'm sea level practically. I don't know, when the weather's changing and that pressure is something in the air, you kind of get these headaches. So it's either miserable sneezing and fucked up sinuses from allergies, or it's something with the weather's changing and I get a headache. No, I don't know. Maybe I can make this subside. Maybe I'll drink a lot of coffee. I don't know. A nice hot meal altogether. A workout, get the blood flowing. Something. I don't know. But, well, I'm awake, I'm up and moving. Maybe it's a combination of all those things. It's not a hangover. I don't think it's from coffee. Lack of. Because I remember getting caffeine headaches way back. Jesus, I was, I don't know, let's say 13, 14, something like that. Well, you always used to have like just an abundance of fucking pop soda, you know. And that's just what me and my brother drank a ton of. It's like, Kool-Aid? Nah, let's get some of this stuff. So we always had, you know, cases, apparently, if I remember right. And after a while, it's just, you know, and this was maybe just over a summer or two while we were out of school. I remember just, you know, I remember getting a caffeine headache. Because we were all out, and my mom said, yeah, let me guess. When was the last time you had a can of pop? I was like, I don't know, a day or two ago? I'll bet you. Like, you fuckers were drinking that shit up like, well, like it was water. Yeah, probably. So then, you know, tremendous amounts of Kool-Aid, several scoops of sugar later. Okay, I'm better, you know. Boy, if I only knew then what I know now. I've just been like, water's fine for me. Nothing against Kool-Aid, but boy, did we put a shitload of sugar in that shit. A shitload of sugar in that shit, you heard me. Already today I have seen a California and Ohio plate, but it was really close to my place and they were parked, so I don't know if that counts. Boy, have I made a recording since? I mean, it's the day after. What's in the dashboard making noise there? Something's rattling, whatever. But how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Huh? Was it good? How was Black Friday? Did you go around and elbow people in the face and loosen 3 of their teeth just to get a sale on a fucking TV? I'm honestly waiting for Black Friday to look like a soccer riot. And there are reports that people get trampled and basically killed from being trampled and stepped on and smushed. So, it's terrible if it's the worker, you know, at the place. if it's somebody greedily trying to get all the deals, yeah, those are the ones. Those are the ones who need to get trampled. And there's always videos where like they have like a security gate. And somebody will slip through and they kind of move the gate, push it over a little bit, and then boom, people just rush in. You know, all these people at Walmart, a bunch of old ladies ripping each other's wigs and weaves off and shit. That's just fantastic. I had this TV. No, it's mine. Jesus Christ. Like, I could see if it was young, dumb idiots, you know, somewhere around my age, somewhere around 30, and they got to get whatever, they got to get a PS4 that's on sale. They got to get a, 52-inch flat screen. It's on sale. But these are, like, older people. These are, like, middle-aged, 40, 50-year-old people that are, like, really just damn near slugging it out with each other. What great times we live in, What great times. And they're usually a little hefty, There's never like a slim fit person who's, like some jacked up motherfucker, like a gym rat. Some, good lifting bro kind of bro. That kind of bro. That's the bro I'm talking about, bro. So there's no one like that going to these things that I see, because this guy would just fucking annihilate everybody in his path to get, well, he'd probably get like a blender. Gotta get my shake, gotta get that. Oh, I got my creatine. Already got my powdered mix-up stuffs, my bananas and my coconut and all that shit, and my drug dealer gave me a couple syringes, so I'm good on steroids. I just need a blender to mix all this shit in. That one's on sale. It's got a nice digital readout. It's voice activated. That fucker's mine. You go near it, ripping both your arms off and beating you with your arms. You're going to kick the shit out of yourself, essentially. That's what I'm saying here. So he's going after a blender, not so much a TV or something like that, but it's always these, like, pudgy, rotund people that are, like, trampling and tripping over each other to get a TV and stuff. Just, I don't know. Maybe all the videos I saw were strictly at Walmarts. I don't know. I have no idea where these things were. But you have to watch the train wreck. Oh, and I absolutely do. It's like, well, I'm at work and I got a little bit of downtime. What can I do, to pass like the next 10 minutes or so? Oh, I think that was an Ohio plate. Oh, what was that Audi? Nope, that was the Florida, okay. But I love watching those videos, just to watch the greed of idiots. It's one of those things. I don't partake in that. I don't remember if I ever had to work a Black Friday. I'm sure I did along the way. It's just, thankfully, I don't recall, because I knew it wouldn't have been anything good. I'm pretty sure I have in the past 10 years. Just don't really remember it, thankfully. I do remember when I first moved into Florida, I was in Orlando, and the Target store that I was working there, I remember when the Xbox came out, or the Xbox 360, excuse me, when that thing came out, there was a line of people sitting outside, and this was not a big Target store. It was not like a super Target. It wasn't that big of a joint. A relatively small building. And there were people camped out, but there was word, well, we were going to get them because, it's Target. So our store, yeah, we're going to get them. I don't know how many there were. Let's just say there were, 10 on hand. And there were people in line, maybe 30 people. Oh, and that was the funny part of it too, because that time, that was, check me if I'm wrong, but that was late 2005. A cold snap like a motherfucker came through the Orlando area that year. So this might have been 05, I had to be 05, maybe 06. But late in the year, I want to say it was like November or some shit when that system was released. And there was a cold snap that came through and nobody was prepared for it. There's a Quebec plate. So, at the time I was like the shopping cart retrieval monkey. That was my job. And, as the night was drawing in, I was like, damn, it's getting cold out here. Like, I'm up, like, walking around doing shit, and it's getting chilly. And I'm the boy from up north, I'm fresh to this environment down here where it's always hot and humid. I'm like, it's a little chilly out here. These people are probably native Floridians, or at least been here a hell of a lot longer than I've been. It's cold, and they're just sitting down on the goddamn, basically the sidewalk, or whatever you want to call it. waiting for this video game system to be released, or what, for that day, whatever it was, on a Friday or whatever it was. Like, and it's just damn cold out, and I'm saying this. It's like, they gotta be freezing. No, nobody were in tents. I don't know if anybody had blankets or anything. They might have had that much. But literally, it just looks like a bunch of homeless people waiting for an electronics device to be released. It's kind of sad. Now, to my knowledge, I don't know if those people were, beating the shit out of each other when the doors opened. I think there was only, like I said, there was like 10 systems that were being delivered to our place on that, release day. So they literally just handed out kind of tickets or whatever. They're like, all right, you were first in line. You're number one. You're number two. Or all right, and okay, you people can be in line. Like, we'll hand out tickets to 30, but we're only going in order here. So tough shit. And granted, it was such a small little store, and no big deal, right? And apparently nothing bad happened about it. If I know right, some friends of mine who are still up that way, I want to say there was a picture of that exact fucking building that I worked in. And, they took a picture of it for Black Friday. And I'm looking like, that looks like the same building. Like, it wasn't like a big enough shot to see, like, okay, is this building over here? Is the bank right there? Blah, 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 whatever. It was a decent enough close-up for what you can get. And I was like, yeah, the layout of that's the exterior of the building. That looks about the same. And if that's the line for Black Friday, holy shit, that's sad. That really, because that building, I'm pretty sure they've built it up since then. They put on the additions, a different area for whatever, just expanded the size of the building, storage or whatnot. Even still, I don't care how much bigger you made that building, the lot itself wasn't all too big. So, yeah, that line of people, if that's the same building I remember it, that would have been chaos. Just shows the kind of greed we got around here. Gotta get the deals, because it's 40, 50% off. Well, shit. I understand the value of $1, but if it means me literally trampling someone to death in the process, I don't know if I want to be a part of that. It's gotta be something better than a TV. If I'm gonna, let's just say I go into one of these things, and I don't care what it is, TV's Black Friday, something's being released, a movie theater release, Willy fucking Wonka's Chocolate Factory, right? First come, first serve kind of basis. Now, if I were to be a part of this, and I found out, honestly, here's where the empathy, sympathetic part of me would come into play. If I found out that a worker or somebody that was just along the way there, a customer, got trampled in all that mix, I would feel bad about, Jesus Christ, I was there when that happened. I may have stepped on that person, I don't know. I mean, we were all wedged in like sardines, literally just smashed in shoulder to shoulder like a mosh pit. But even a mosh pit at a concert, like, you will get those idiots that just, like skinhead types that are there to hurt people at a mosh pit, yes. But otherwise, I've been knocked around. I think I've gotten concussed. I got my bell rung at the very least when I went to see Disturbed at the Door County Arena right across from Lambeau Field in Green Bay. I got knocked around one really good. I got rocked pretty good. I was like, all right, that was a good one. Let me go sit back now because, Disturbed's not even playing yet, and the mosh pit was pretty hectic. I was like, that was fun. Going to other concerts and good mosh pits, you get jumped around, bumped around, shoved, maybe you fall down, or maybe just you realize you're stepping on somebody, everybody, boom, literally and it's the weirdest thing. Mosh pits can be some of like an angry little spot, a cool spot, but a respectful spot all at the same time. So it's just like, yeah, you're just kind of jumping around headbanging, and you're kind of running into people. That's part of what a mosh pit is. You're just running around and running into people. You're not, the object is not to inflict pain. It will happen. Like I said, there are some fucking idiots out there who will stick like little box cutter razor blades in their fists, and as they're kind of throwing punches around, like they're beating the drums, they're kind of throwing their arms about, yeah, they'll cut you. Hasn't happened to me, but I've heard about it. Because, I've had, my friends have gone to Ozfest, Ozzy Osbourne, They've gone to Ozfest and they've told me some of those stories. Like, yeah, it gets kind of rough. It's like, well, what do? You just back the fuck out and go. You leave. You leave that mosh pit. You get out of that area. Okay, fine. Even then, there are times where, like, if somebody in a mosh pit, boom, they'll hit the deck and everybody, boom, they scatter like roaches when the lights come on. And that person will get helped up. So, like, even in an area where I would say the testosterone in a mosh pit, because you're not going to have too many 40-year-old, 50-year-old ladies buying fucking toys for their grandkids or whatever. You're not going to get so much of that in a mosh pit. These are testosterone-driven idiots who might be on drugs. Somebody hits the ground, boom, everybody scatters, helps this person up. It's the weirdest thing. That you might get an elbow in the fucking eye. You might get ripped open and bleeding a little bit. Your nose might get crushed a little bit. But when it's all said and done, hey, I had a good time. You expect that at the concert. Especially if you go into the mosh pit. Like, you are going to it. The mosh pit doesn't generally come to you. And even if it does, because it's wide open, floor space, this doesn't happen within the seating. There's not like the metal chairs or nothing. It's usually like open floor spaces where this happens. So, like, you kind of have to go to it. And if anything, just back up, get away. Run over towards the sound stage. That's usually, in the middle, or the lighting stage. That's, towards the middle, like the back middle, more towards 6 o'clock. If the stage is 12 o'clock, it's pretty much straight on from there. Just go back. Get towards that. Get towards the lighting stage, or the lighting, the control area, right? Get towards that. You should be okay. Can't say for Ozfest, because I heard that's just wide open like fields. So I can't tell you what the layout of that shit's like. But even though my friends would say, well, fuck, the mosh pit's getting closer to us. Let's move over this way. Oh my God, it's following us. You can avoid it. All this shit that's going on at Macy's or whatever the fuck, Walmart. Gotta pick on Walmart, just got to. All the shit happening there, you really can't avoid it because it's like cattle at a fucking slaughterhouse. You open up that gate, shoom, they don't know where they're going, they're just going. And trample, they don't give a fuck. Hey, there's a new spot to go to, let's go. Sheep, cattle, lemmings. That's essentially what it is lemmings. They know they're trying to get to the toy department, the electronics department. They know that much. But still, a long way. Got to get that new digital camera. Got to get that new phone. Got to get that new TV. Oh, it's terrible. But if I were a part of that, like if I were, let's just say I'm visiting someone, whatever, in Missouri. I don't know, just random place. And I'm there for a Black Friday. I'm there for something. And find out, one of the workers was trampled to death. Or, one person there that was shopping was trampled to death. I would feel like shit. As much as I complain about idiots, even on the road here, if I could be one video game, I would be Grand Theft Auto. This guy that cuts me off, I'd shoot the fuck out of his car, scare him out of his car, pop the tires, whatever, force him out of his car, pistol whip him one good, wham, you're a fucking idiot, and then just start shooting up his car, shoot out all the tires, break the key off in the ignition, whatever. Throw him back in his car and say, here, now drive fucking normal now. Something like that. I say that. But if I were part of a trampling, or even like at a sports event, that'll happen to like college games a lot. College football, it happens. Where people try to rush the field after a big win, and, well, there's barricades, kind of. There's some sort of you stay off the field walls. Whether it's a cage, a barricade, or something, or this or that. And people get trampled and stomped and just run over there. I'd feel terrible if I'm at a game and that happens. I would feel terrible. Whether it's a security guard at the game, a fan of whatever team, an alum of whichever university, or if it's a Black Friday, a big shopping deal, a worker at this store, somebody trying to get something, I'd feel terrible. I'd be like, God damn, I am part of the problem, not part of the solution. I would rather work, well, at least work my radio job. I'd rather work my radio job on Black Friday, which I did, rather than go try to deal with that shit. The only part of it that I would want to do is sit back and watch. Go to a mall and watch these people try to just beat the shit out of each other for fucking perfume. That would be fun for me. I would watch. Yes, I would watch. Because then I'm not a part of it. I'm just a viewer. I'm not even watching, anything online 8 hours later. No, I'm watching it live as it happens. Get your popcorn ready, people. That I would not feel guilty about. Hey, I'm not part of the trampling. I'm not part of the stomping. I'm watching you people do this. I wouldn't feel guilty about that. That's one thing that I was pretty decent at, I would say, in life. Because I have an older brother and all my cousins are older. And, you know, they're more privileged. You know, as you grow up, it's like, well, no, you can't. You're not old enough yet to do this and this and this. Well, I want to do what they're doing. You're young yet. You don't know, you know, shit like that. I mean, you're 4 years old. You want to go pour yourself a cup of juice. You're going to spill shit all over the place. No. Let mommy and daddy help you. Let your brother help you. Let your cousins help you. You're going to spill. And use two hands when you're holding the cup. But they don't. Yeah, they're bigger, you know. Simple motor skills and shit like that. And so I'll help tie your shoes because you're going to do it wrong and you're going to trip and fall and bust your face open. So it's, you know, simple things like that a lot of people probably, you know, take so much for granted now. But, you know, well, no, your brother can stay up later. He can stay there, yeah, whatever, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever the case was. It's like, no, he gets to stay up later. You're young. You need your sleep. All that stuff. So my whole life, it's kind of been, you know, well, no, you can't. Okay, well, along with that, you know, them doing things that they were privileged to do beyond me, they make mistakes. And I was always good at being an observer. Not just being good at an observer, being observant. And learning from mistakes that I don't even make. It's like, ooh, well, they went and did that, and yeah, look at that kind of discipline. That sucks. Okay, I'm going to not do that. So, part of people watching that I enjoy is watching people make stupid fucking mistakes. Boy, this guy's ready to fucking drive away like a motherfucker. Mr. Subaru, you're on the gas pedal. Come on. If you're gonna go. Want to be Fast and the Furious with that big spoiler, that little, you know, that wing on the back of the car. It's meant for downforce. Yeah, right. One of those guys. The Speedy and Irate. Not Fast and Furious. Hell, I could make a new movie series right there, The Speedy and the Irate. Dude, Black Friday was a couple days ago. You missed out. Lay off the gas pedal. It's only 40 miles an hour through here. Anyway, I would observe Black Friday madness. I mean, of course, again, I'm saying that. Let's just say that I had a job or whatever that just had me at a place like that. I'm not going to buy anything. Just, hey, you know what? While I was over here, while I was at the grocery store that's open 24/7, the mall is right next door. Let me walk over there and watch this shit. But then again, the grocery store, well, if it's 24/7, that's one thing. But like, they're going to open the doors for Black Friday. I want to watch this. Show me what this shit looks like. Trample, stomp. Oh yeah, I'll make videos. I'll take pictures. I'm not buying anything. I was next door. I just needed to get, you know, I need to get some veggies and some this and that and whatever. So I just decided to check this shit out. Why not? I would definitely be that guy. Like, well, this was a fun, whatever, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. That would be a 30 minutes that are amusing. I don't know. I fucked that up. Those 30 minutes would be musing, if not amusing. Woo! Still trying to wake up. Something was going wrong in my place. The power kept kicking in and out through the night. Don't know why. Because I would hear, you know, if I keep the air conditioner, at least, you know, on a fan mode setting, some kind of background noise, so every little thing outside ain't fucking, you know, alley cats fighting, the one lone asshole that's up at 4 a.m. driving around like a fucking idiot. Texas plate, big old GMC there. You know, emergency vehicles, whatever the case might be, something that could wake you up, because I'm kind of a light sleeper. Even with all the sleep that I needed to get. I'm surprised. I got a text message last night. I'm surprised that didn't wake me up. But so I would notice my wall shaker AC unit kick off. I'd be like, what the fuck? And go back on it. It makes a little beep when you power it up, when you press the on button, so to speak. But, well, it technically was already on. So it would beep. Like, what the fuck? And just that little beep, yeah, that'll wake me up. It'll cause me to stir. I'll notice it shut down. Seconds later, beep. What the fuck? Did that a couple of times. And it's only for a few seconds. It's not like there's a power out and the whole block is out for, whatever, like an hour while power company gets their shit together. No, it's only maybe a minute. Actually, that happened when I was in the shower, too. I'm all showering and whatnot, and then all of a sudden, I got water hitting my head, hitting my face, so it's like I'm not, but I noticed, like, it got dark. Pull my head away from the not the spigot, the shower head. And I'm like, yep, it's dark. Okay, the power's out again. Well, water still works. I'm about to get the soap going, so let me lather up here. I don't give a shit. The sun was starting to peek up just enough, like, I can manage even if it stays out for an hour. I can manage. I was in the middle of brewing coffee, so that wouldn't have been done. But I digress. Weird shit that happens at my place. Weird shit. Anyway, what do I got here? 3.5 minutes yet. I'm getting close. I'm already down my turn down West Island Drive, past the North Perry Airport. I'm on Island, about to turn up Miramar. This would be heading south. A right turn for me. Miramar Parkway, which is also Hallandale Beach Boulevard. I don't know where the divide is. But same damn road, street, Boulevard, Avenue, I don't know. Wait, this is running north and south. This is, I don't know. Shit, let me start over. Hi, this is Mike with 30-Minute Musings. Happy Sunday, everybody. Bunch of football going on today. That's why I'm heading into work. I got Monday Night Football tomorrow, which I totally forgot about. I thought I had the midday over on the news station, so I can get in some work tomorrow. A workout. I might get a workout in today. I missed the past better part of 2 weeks. I've missed workouts because, I had the wedding the other weekend. Got back, was doing all that. Then it's, I got to train up for the morning news shit. Hey, my brother just sent me a text. He says, I am the walrus. He looks like a walrus, just doesn't have the tusks. I mean, he's the kind of big motherfucker that would run people over for a sale on beer at Black Friday. Well, so in about 2 minutes, I'll shoot him a text. Because that's all I got left on this recording, 2-minute warning. Football Sunday, maybe I hit a workout tonight. I got to ease myself back into that groove, though. I can't just go balls to the walls and shit like that. That would just be stupid, I think. Maybe some, core synergistics, yoga. Isometrics is still, I dig isometrics. I really do. I wish that was a little longer. I would definitely, if P90X3 had an isometrics that was a bit longer duration, I would dig the shit out of that. Because there's something about it just works good for me. And plus, it gets the heart rate up. You're not moving. You're locked into, positions, but your heart rate gets up as if you're doing cardio. And that's not my heart pounding out of my chest. That's just a struggle to keep the posture of whatever move you're in. Because gravity, there's two things that always win. Father Time and gravity. They're both undefeated. And if they ever went head-to-head, I don't know who I'd put my money on. I don't know who I'd put my money on. Actually, I put my money on Father Time. Because gravity only hits us on this planet that we know of. Far less than other places. It always wins. But still, but I digress. Whatever. Well, I'm getting myself close. Thinking of a workout. No guarantee. Maybe I play it lazy. I might do something light. Nothing heavy like a big old cardio, nothing like that. And then since tomorrow I got Monday Night Football, I can wake up I'll probably wake up 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Because I got to be to work at 4 for all that. So, if I do some workouts tonight and tomorrow, they're going to be something manageable. Nothing that's blowing me up. That being the case, one of my transitional phrases of choice, I'm about to head out and get myself going to work. Got to upload this and check my brother, see what he's doing. So, till we meet again, I'll catch your ass down the road.